For the first time ever, a press outlet has contacted us to actually have you come on the show.
What show?
Endgames TV. They're like do video game stuff. And they're gonna have The Rock on there, but The Rock dropped out. The thing is, this British guy right here, the host, is a huge fan of yours.
Who is this guy?
This British dude, Latchites or something.
Latchites?
I don't know his name. He played Blood 2, The Matrix Online. And here's the cool part, this is where I'm filming. We're gonna actually take cameras there and I'm gonna film you between the commercials. So they'll get the interview part, but I'm gonna get between the commercials. So
for the Jace show?
Yes. It should be fun.
He said he's a fan of Blood 2 and The Matrix?
Yeah.
The home computer from Texas Instruments. This is the one.
We're in Seattle at the Login Conference. They contacted me and they said, hey, we have this conference where we get like the top online game people and the media, we share knowledge. And Jace, could you come and MC? I've never MC'd anything before, but how hard could it actually be?
Yeah, we really need to make sure that you take this really, really serious tonight because this is like a huge deal. We're counting on you to make sure that...
No, I've got, I mean, you've seen my show. Right?
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm like really stressed out.
Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Me and your mom with some vodka.
All right, Jace, all great things. Let's take another break.
You're a little,
no.
It's a little tense.
Honestly, don't pretend like you don't know why I'm angry. I sent you an email, Blood 2.
What about Blood 2?
I was 14, and I sent you an email, and I was like,
you're hitting my head.
This doesn't work. This doesn't work.
Todd, this isn't comfortable.
And action.
Now, Jace, it's funny we should mention it. Actually, one of my favorite games was Blood 2.
I am saddened, not by Microsoft's success. I have no problem with their success. I have a problem with the fact that they just make really third-rate products.
I was suggesting that basically game scores can be bought.
Yeah, no, that's how it goes. That
can be bought. No, game scores are bought
all the time. That's a standard.
8 million for an 8, 8.5 million for an 8.5, 9 million for a 9.0.
What was the last Halo game to get under a 9?
What do you think that when a game gets finished, they have to lay off a bunch of developers in the studio? It's because they have to get rid of that salary so they can pay us for the score.
That's why we shut down the God Hand studio.
Right. Yeah, so what happened with the God Hands thing?
They should have paid.
What about the things that you just don't review? You can't just ignore game product.
And why soon there'll be just two kinds of people.
Hi.
Those who use computers.
Yeah, I'll be home for breakfast.
And those who use apples.
Kong!
I don't. The horses are getting nervous.
I don't think you're adding anything of value to this.
Todd.
Can I just do it by myself?
Yeah, you don't have to be here. It would be different.
He can't fire me out of my own interview.
It's going to be better with just me. As a designer, it's my job to make sure that the right features are going in at the right times. It's all about using the heavy hand.
Well, Clone Wars Adventures is this awesome game to work on. We've got this great backdrop from the TV show and from Star Wars, and it's just a dream come true. The goddamn hand of Matt's.
Maybe they don't like you, but I think that they respect you for it.
Now, video games and free speech. Today's arguments at the U.S. Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court's going to keep bad games out of the little kids' hands. What's the problem?
Well, here we are talking about probably the most important issue that this industry has faced, and you have no clue what I'm talking about.
I can't hear you over the sound of your game.
Maybe it isn't a good idea to actually do this right now.
Do what, see the game?
Yeah, maybe we should just do it some other time.
I really want to just go see the game right now, but clearly you're very passionate about this issue, so what is the issue?
What the law talks about is prohibiting the sale of games that are patently offensive as to what is suitable for kids, or that a reasonable person would find it appeals to a deviant or morbid interest of minors. Now, can you tell me what that means?
It would just mean things like you can't shoot Teletubbies or something.
I've worked in video games for 16 years. I don't understand what this means.
Let's welcome Jason.
No pressure. There you go. Hey. Mr. Priest.
That's a logo, not an arrow, right?
This here. This is called keeping it real. I'm up here before Marvel vs. Capcom 3 comes out to play these guys and let them know who runs the show.
So he says, if you're familiar with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you'll know what's going on in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I mean, there's a few changes here and there, some new additions, but the definite feel of how to play, how things roll together is definitely there. So almost all the characters, their moves are either fireballs, shoryukens, hurricane kicks, or yoga flames. New to the series is what we call the aerial team combo. If you hit a direction button plus the launcher button, you'll switch out and bring your other guy in.
And now you know that I can beat all of you guys at this game, right?
Out of how many times, though?
Watch this. Boom! Mine on his head! Mine on his head! He's running away! Yeah!
People will complain sometimes, but I think secretly they appreciate having a heavy hand.
Yeah, you know, I think the team would be a lot less demoralized if Matt wasn't so heavy-handed.
It's all about using the heavy hand.
Jace, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. Who the hell booked this guy? He's like a skinny version of The Rock.
There's a camera in my face.
I was a Matrix Online subscriber. What
happened
to
to that? Took my
and then you just turned it
Todd,
off?
I can't tuck my feet.
Is the circus in town? Honestly.
I'm the
Now let's talk about the Matrix Online. Obviously one of the your most successful franchises.
That video clip just keeps on getting more and more hits, man.
You gotta be
Oh
sick about
God!
it.
40 hits, feel that in your kidneys.
This is how this works, right? So you gonna jump down behind me?
That's awesome.